The Twin Cities, Minneapolis, is the scene for the Pistons. One of the most versatile scorers in the NBA. Tobias Harris, always a threat as they ramp up for the raucous crowd at Target Center. Pistons Timberwolves. We'll be right back after this. It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And checking out some numbers for Mike Conley.
The field goal percentage has spiked in the past 5 games. It's up a lot from what it had been earlier in the season. And with every game that it continues to rise, his confidence does as well. We'll see if he stays in that mode tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And guys, this is a game we've had circled on our calendar.
2 of the hottest teams in the league. They've been playing terrific of late. I'm looking forward to this one, partner.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
First one falls for him. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And Edwards drops them both. Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Now Harris, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Hardaway against McDaniel. Pass to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by Thompson. Schroeder with the ball. Now Duran. Here's Harris. Hits the jump hook.
Boy, that's a nice touch from Harris right there, showing you exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Edwards against Hardaway. And Edwards slams it in.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Cunningham's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. It's stolen by Edwards. Conley kicks to Edwards. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Back to Conley. Randall down low. He's guarded by Schroeder. That gives them the lead.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Fires at the elbow. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's Randall following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 6.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Schroeder looking around. Back to Cunningham. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. In fourth, the Pistons.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley. Then for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Jalen Duren. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson. And it's Beasley in for Dennis Schroeder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Gotta respect that Cunningham takes charge, making something happen and drawing the contact.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Detroit with a change here, too. Hardaway's checked in.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Hardaway. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Free throw drops for Alexander Walker. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Holland, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Good on both. Pistons trail by 3. 43 seconds left to play in the first. DiVincenzo against Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. There's the drive. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And just too fast. Cunningham slices right through him.
DiVincenzo against Cunningham. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Reed. Stewart with the steal. Here's Holland. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Suns.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Donte DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The Pistons leading. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls aren't called.
Reed, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
Hardaway passes to Beasley. Cunningham's shot is off. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, to the middle. A shot by McDaniels, no good. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Hollins kicks to Beasley. Outside Hardaway. Cunningham outside. Clock at 6. Stewart with the screen on DiVincenzo. Cunningham for 3. It's good from long range. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Edwards in for Clark. And then for Detroit, Duren comes in for Holland. And it's Asar Thompson in for Hardaway. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Now here's Edwards. Following the miss by Kate Cunningham. Edwards drives in. Oh, Anthony Edwards blistering his way in.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Shot on the wing and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Now here's Edwards. A 20-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. Dillingham comes in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Tobias Harris is checked in for Detroit. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Malik Beasley. Thompson passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Conley. Outside for Randle. Good on the triple. Randle's got 6 points.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now, here's Thompson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
You know, Clark, I've been wondering your thoughts on the possibility of the NBA shortening the season in an attempt to mitigate injuries.
Look, Kevin, I've long been a proponent of a shorter season. I think 65, 66 games, 1 month less on the regular season would be great. We know load management didn't decrease injury rates, so I'm not sure a shortened schedule would either, but I do know it would improve the quality of play for the players, and I think that would be beneficial to the fans.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And in front of you there are some first-year players putting an injection of defense into the second half of the season. The rookie steal leaders since the All-Star break. Second is Asar Thompson.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they better learn to look out for him.
Well, the game's slowing down for him, and that's what you see happen with young players as they get more comfortable. And with that comes confidence.
It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Edwards, wide open shot is on the money. And that's 12 points for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Harris finds Hardaway. Duren sets the screen for Hardaway. And Duren slams it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway dishes to Thompson. Pass to Schroeder. And here is Duren. Harris with it. Randall with some nice deep.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. First on the menu is looking at what games will be coming up here shortly. The Los Angeles Clippers will be playing against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. Tip-off is 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
There's plenty on the line in this game. This established...
Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Duren in at center. Now here is Harris. 6 to shoot. To the paint. And Duren slams it in.
And really no longer a ball stopper. Harris has significantly improved his passing ability over the years.
Conley against Schroeder. Pass to Edwards. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Tobias Harris-Clark has played over a dozen years in the NBA, and he is still a solid third option.
He really is, and he only played 1 year in college, and yet has been steady and consistent. He might not be the most efficient scorer, but he still does a lot of good things when he's on the floor, and he does them at both ends of the floor.
Pass to Conley. Shoots the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2, and the shot goes in.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And with the moment here, let's check out the numbers for McDaniels. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Back to Conley. Here's Randall. Another shot, and it's blocked, and he gets it back. They retain possession. Schroeder against Conley. Shoots over Schroeder. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hardaway is screen on Conley. And that one's good. Schroeder. And now a 5-point Piston lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. And then for Detroit, Stewart comes in for Duren. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Stewart. No scoring in this one. Hardaway sets a screen for Thompson. With the drive, Gobert pulls it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And it's blocked. Here's Thompson. And McDaniels with the block.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys, showing us why right there.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. It's going to send Dante DiVincenzo to the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. Minnesota making a switch here. Clark's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Cunningham's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Randall no good.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Here's Thompson. Gobert with the block.
No surprise Gobert sent that shot back.
Here's Cunningham. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Clark the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Clark. Down low. Gobert against Stewart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
Tenacious offense from DiVincenzo, sticking with this selection to draw that foul.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Howland, he's checked in for the Pistons. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Beasley has the ball here for Detroit. Harris outside. Pass to Cunningham. Out to Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Harris has got 5 now.
You know, over time, as his game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. Knows he has the green light.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Cunningham. 15 points in the game.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Out left to the wing. Stewart against Reed. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Pistons. Cunningham with it. Here's Stewart. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pistons ahead, leading by just 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Reed in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Reed. Out to Miller. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Dillingham, no good. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Now, here's Cunningham. Over Dillingham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Oh, nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
Dillingham with it. Covered by Cunningham. Reed in the post. Stewart on him. Pass to Dillingham. The 3. Holland with the rebound. Detroit leading by 3. Cunningham outside. Al Beasley. Just his first attempt. That shot missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Miller finds DiVincenzo. Now here's Reed. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Ron Holland.
And every season, it seems, Reed takes another step forward in adding to his game, and that's a testament to his strong work ethic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Reed. Some changes for Minnesota. Minod's checked in, and Anthony Edwards subbed in for Joe Ingles. And a switcher also for Detroit. Duran's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Fontecchio passes to Cunningham. Over Dillingham. The Pistons rebound, and that one is good. 10 points here for Jalen Duren.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Out to the right wing. Here's Reed. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. Then on Friday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, That's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And the Pistons making a change here. Tobias Harris is checked in for Stewart. Asar Thompson comes in for Fontecchio. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Malik Beasley. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham. Conley for three, sinks the triple. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Back to Thompson. Harris outside. Duran sets the screen for Harris. 4 on the clock. And Duran slams it in.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Gobert with a screen on Schroeder. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
Hardaway dishes to Thompson. Pass to Schroeder. Now Duran, defended by Gobert. Harris's shot is good.
That's a big-time bucket from Harris. I mean, so cool, confident, and composed in these big moments. He's made for them.
Now here's Randall. Randall with a screen for Edwards. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Edwards against Hardaway. Back to Harris. There's the three. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside, Edwards. Right at the free throw line. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Now here is Hardaway. Lets it go. Misses the jumper. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Conley against Schroeder. And here is McDaniel. Here's Conley. All the way up top, Edwards defending.
Well, you got to give Hardaway Jr. credit, guys. I mean, he's excellent at finding ways to get to a spot and then make the defense compromise.
free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Edwards. No good. Good D by Thompson. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Minnesota calls timeout. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
.16 seconds left in the game. Launches from deep. Detroit with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're down by 6. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And so it's Detroit with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Duren.